Bryce Young is the complete package.
I thought he'd be great. I didn't think he'd be this great.
The best player in college football.
These three quarterbacks vying for the Davey O'Brien Award put up gargantuan numbers. Kenny Pickett in the company of Dan Marino, C.J. Stroud made it look easy to throw 5 touchdown passes in a game. Bryce Young with signature moment after signature moment. And the winner of this year's Davey O'Brien Award, Alabama's Bryce Young. More than 4,300 yards passing, 43 touchdowns. There's Bryce looking sharp, looking unflappable. He had a signature drive, Desmond, against Auburn and a signature game against Georgia.
RG, let's get this party started with Bryce Young, everybody. Let me tell you the attributes that I really like about this young man. First, his ability to process information. The RPO game. He sees the linebacker, becomes a run support. He's going to throw a slant right behind him to Mechie. Now, he's making this decision very fast, right? But let's rewind this play. And even more impressively, his catch and release. He catches the ball, releases the ball in 2.1 seconds. You can't defend that. Are you kidding me? And then how about the big defining moment? This is against Georgia, the SEC championship game. Watch him. He's sitting back there directing traffic. No, you go over that, Mechie. Yeah, I'm going to catch you in the corner. Boom! Throws a dime for a touchdown. Oh, man, he's been so impressive. Well-deserved honor for Bryce Young.
All right, welcome in Friday edition, Jay Barker Show, and live from AVX, Audio Video Excellence, Matt Coulter. We got Lars Anderson as well. We got a lot to get into today. Congratulations to Bryce Young and to all the award winners from this year's 2021 Alabama football team, and on to the 14 playoff and looking to win a national championship once again, and could be winning another back-to-back Heisman, as we have talked about throughout the week, and it looks that way with Bryce Young. It's the Davey O'Brien Award last night. You could hear some of his comments. Really, really great stuff there that he's been able to do and accomplish on and off the field. So a lot to dive into when it comes to this particular team, and also with more awards that are becoming. I want to remind you, we are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Get out to Top Golf today, see Mark Grenier, all the great folks there at Top Golf. You'll absolutely love it. We call it the bowling of this generation. A lot of fun for family, co-workers and friends, and also driven by Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anniston, Tony Russell, all the great folks there at Sonny King Ford. All right, some other headlines real quick. Josh Niblett is retiring from Alabama State Association, or really from Hoover, but he's really the state he's retiring from, and heading over to Georgia to coach. We have not really gotten confirmation, but had a lot of rumors about this, and he'll take his retirement from Alabama and coach in Georgia, as many coaches have done over the past, and also the Auburn Tigers go on probation. We'll dive into that, what that's going to mean for their basketball program there at Auburn. But Matt, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well, and I'm not sure if we lost Lars, but I don't see him anymore on the screen. But I hope y'all are doing well.
I'm doing great. It's not the nicest day in Birmingham, Alabama, but it's another day and another blessed day. Josh Niblett is the Nick Saban of high school football. He won six, and listen to how similar the numbers are. He won 6 state championships in 14 years. But the minute he hit 25, he's going to Gainesville. And by the way, have y'all been to Gainesville? I mean, this is a small city right up there on one of those northern Georgia lakes. You don't like Gainesville? You have to go there and talk to Deshaun Watson's family?
No, I've just spent many nights in Gainesville over the years covering different events, and it's like, it's being in Florida without being on the water, and it's just hot. It's just, I think it's a miserable place, but that's just my opinion.
I thought it was on a lake. Maybe my map is wrong, but anyway, there's that. And Auburn's on probation. Jay mentioned that. They're going to be on for 4 years. Let's see. Bruce Pearl will have to sit out a couple of games. I'm still very, very confused about the Chuck Person deal here, but we can get into that later. But all's good here. How are things in Lincoln, Nebraska? Is it snowing?
It is about to. big snowstorm coming, and everybody's getting their sleds ready. Different world here, but I'll be back in Birmingham early next week. Yeah, I did a long piece on Hoover football when Russ Probst was there and winning every year. And this was before the scandal broke out. And it was right when MTV was filming two-a-days, and Hoover just seemed to be the it program, not just in Alabama, but really in the country. And the fact that Josh was able to sustain that for what Probst had built is really impressive. But Matt, I'll start with you on this. I do want to stick with Hoover for a second. What has been the key to this last 20 years of success, maybe even longer, but just as long as I've been in Alabama, Hoover has been a force. Not necessarily winning the championship each year, but certainly in contention, garnering a lot of national attention, playing nationally televised games. Nick Saban's very first recruit, the very first trip he took actually as coach at Alabama, was up to Hoover to see Josh Chapman, who would go on to sign with Saban. He flipped him from Auburn and a sign of things to come. And then Chapman obviously went on and had a great career at Alabama, helped Alabama win a couple national championships. But Matt, what is sort of the foundational key to all of the success that Hoover has had over the years?
First, it's just like anything else. I mean, you got to get good players, but they've had excellent coaches. And if you go back before they built Hoover High School, you go back, and Jay will remember this. Jay may have played against Barry, but Bob Finley was the football coach there, and he had already started it back then. But just to kind of note on Hoover's significance nationally, 15 years ago, they were on a nationally televised ESPN game. They played this school from Jacksonville, Florida. They had a quarterback named Tim Tebow. That was our first look, and, of course, the rest is Tebow history. But I think the main thing, and Saban would tell you this, I remember Wimp Sanderson telling me this, you can't win without great talent. And Hoover is in a bed that gets great talent, and they also know how to use the talent. And Jay, I'm going to step out of bounds by saying they know how to get some talent.
Yeah, aren't they pretty good at shoehorning players into the district?
Yeah, there's that Hoover boundary, the city limits kind of grow at times. City of Hoover now. But it's just like anything else, Jay. Trustful Huskies didn't win without talent like Jay Barker. Alabama doesn't win without Bryce Young. And Hoover didn't win without the many players that they've got in the NFL and in college football right now.
There's no doubt about it. And I'm not going to go down another path with you because I know too much. When you go to when an area like Hoover begins to grow and the population begins to grow, and then also housing and certain things, people begin to migrate to those areas. People moving in from out of town, it became the place to go. Right, the Galleria, all the new things were happening in that part of town. Then we saw it kind of shift to Trustful in some degree. A lot since I've been there. I mean, the growth there. The population's got to be triple or four times what it was when I was in Trustful. So, the more people you have, the greater chance you've got of getting great talent. It's happening in Alabaster now. Thompson is going to be the new Hoover for the next 20 years. All the population growth is moving south. Nothing really has moved quite north yet. I think that will happen as well. But I really believe that Thompson is the reason why. Number one, Mark's a great coach. Josh is a great coach. It takes great coaching to organize, do the things you've talked about. I mean, think about Jeremy Pruitt was a coach there, as a coordinator in high school at Hoover. There was other coaches that have gone on and had great careers. So this is, for Rush to build it up, he built it up in a time where there was, again, population growth happening, kind of what's happening in Alabaster right now and for Thompson High School. But the key is to keep it. So, like, if a great coach leaves or a program has a process and they're keeping it, or playing at a high level, the key is can you have somebody step in right after them and keep it there, and then maybe expand it even more. And that's what Josh did. So I think that's what's very impressive. And his time in Adiana was very impressive. I think he was at Oxford. I can't remember, but he's had a really great career wherever he's been. He's a really great high school coach, and I wish him nothing but the best of success over in Georgia. And I don't know much about Gainesville either, but I know this: if he's going in that direction and that's where he thinks he needs to be, there's probably a lot of growth about to happen in Gainesville, Georgia.
Yeah, he's just a terrific coach. I've gotten to know Josh over the years, and just like all great ones, he cares about his players. He really, truly cares about his kids and about them getting a good education and making sure that their film gets out to the appropriate coaches. And he's sent kids to Harvard. He's sent kids all over the country. And he's really good about connecting kids with the appropriate program, both for the academics for them and also sort of what their skill level is. Not everybody obviously can play for Alabama, but I couldn't be more impressed with Josh Niblett, both as a person and as a coach, Matt.
Me either. He played at Alabama. He didn't play a whole lot, but he was on the roster.
Yeah, he was with me.
Legend. Also, his father was a legend in the state of Mississippi. I forgot the one player that may be the marquee player of all time under Josh Niblett, a guy named Marlon Humphrey, maybe the best corner in the NFL. Jay Barker.
Yeah, them and John Parker Wilson and all the two-a-days. Well, that wasn't even under Josh, but all that from Hoover. Hoover's had a great run. I wonder how or who they will hire after this, and if they can sustain this run they've had for so long. As I said, we're seeing a lot of growth heading toward that Alabaster, Thompson area, even kids from Spain Park and Hoover heading in that direction as well. So we'll see how it all sustains out. All right, we'll continue more to come, and we'll talk more about Davey O'Brien Award last night for Bryce Young. What's to look forward to is Bryce Young going to become the first ever Alabama quarterback Heisman Trophy winner. I think he's got a great chance to do that, and we'll talk about that and more coming up on the other side. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, it's Jacob Harrison, host of Off the Edge on Tide 100.9, wishing you and yours a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Roll Tide.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k or IRA? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Experts agree the 401k has been a dismal failure, and even the man who invented it now says it's a monster that should be destroyed. 401ks and IRAs have major dangers, including fees that gobble up 50% of your retirement savings over time. The government controls your money and changes the rules anytime they want, and it gets worse. History confirms we're past due for a major market crash that could wipe out 50% of your savings again. Now, a free report from Bank on Yourself reveals where the inventor of the 401k puts his money. You're 100% protected from crashes. There are no fee surprises. And you control your money, not the government. Plus, your withdrawals are tax-free, which protects your savings from being devoured by taxes that can only get more monstrous. So get your report now at freereportfast.com. That's freereportfast.com. freereportfast.com.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at Home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
A 7'3" player. Oh my goodness. The putback, no! The buzzer sounds, and Bama hangs on! Oh my goodness!
Are you ready for a clash between two of the nation's top teams? This Saturday in Coleman Coliseum, Alabama men's basketball hosts the Houston Cougars in a late-night battle. This is a game you will not want to miss. Tickets are on sale now. Reserve your seats today at rolltide.com.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Paid for by Westland Financial. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
It's Macy's one-day sale today with deals of the day for everyone your gift list. Like 60 to 70% off coats for him and her. The perfect winter boots, booties, and more. 40 to 50% off. And snuggle up with
Hey, Lars, can you hear me?
at just $19.99. Plus, everyone gets $10 Macy's money for every $50 spent. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. See Macy's.com/Macy's money for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Mostly cloudy and very mild. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms through tonight. The high today 76, tonight's low 68. Tomorrow, thunderstorms by late morning. Those storms could be strong to severe. Cooler by afternoon with temperatures falling into the 50s. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 70 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Bryce, congratulations, and your exploits are well documented. You've had a tremendous season, and one of the traits that people talk about with you is that you're unflappable. You're calm no matter the circumstance. So what is it that gets you riled up?
Well, thank you. And, really hasn't been too much. And really that kind of calmness and that confidence comes from, the trust I have in my teammates and my coaching staff and everyone around me, knowing how hard we've worked through the offseason, during the season, and being able to be out there with my guys. I know they have my back and I have theirs. So, that brotherhood we have, that's really what, is able to keep me calm.
Bryce, we just watched the highlights from the SEC championship game, and a couple of weeks ago against Arkansas, you guys offensively just didn't look that great. And then against Auburn, you really struggled until the last quarter, won that game in 4 overtimes. What was it that clicked for the offense in the SEC championship game against the #1 defense in the FBS? Was it something during the week that you noticed that said, okay, now we're going to go out there and play Alabama-style offense?
Yeah, I think it was us just pushing each other to hold ourselves to the Alabama standard. We had struggled at times, and there are a lot of stuff that we knew we had to improve on and to win a game like that. So, we all took the challenge offensively, and as a team, we all took the challenge, and we knew what the standard was. We knew that we had a lot of hard work and preparation to do in order to, uphold that standard, and luckily we were able to, pull through last weekend, and we know we have a lot more work in front of us in order to keep upholding that standard.
Bryce, congratulations. You just continue to rack up postseason accolades and a big night for you on Saturday night. But I'm curious, when do you turn the page and start the preparation, the film study for your next opponent in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I've looked at, we've all kind of looked at some stuff a little bit, just kind of at a glance. And then kind of when all this is over and we start to reconvene, obviously I have to be ready and know everything when we reconvene after this weekend in our break. So, it's, again, we know that we have a really big challenge ahead of us. We know what's required from us. It's going to be a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work, and we have to bring our best. So I'm excited to start that process up.
Well, Bryce, congratulations. Wish you all the best of success coming up this weekend. You're a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. We'll see you on College Game Day Saturday morning, and also in the college football playoff coming up. Well deserved. All the success.
Thank you.
Once again, Bryce Young getting a ton of accolades and taking home a lot of hardware for Bryce Young and the job that he's done for the Crimson Tide in his sophomore season, true sophomore season. We brought this up many times. You got not only Bryce, but also Will Anderson coming back, and a number of players this year that have been impactful for the Crimson Tide. So going to be another fantastic year next year with all the hard work they'll put into it. Nothing's going to be given, but they got a lot of talent coming back for 2022. And I think that's the year that a lot of people were kind of pointing to, could they do back-to-back this year? Well, they got the talent. It could be tough, but if they're able to do it this year, they're going to have even a better chance next year to make it 3 in a row for the Crimson Tide. So a lot there for Bryce Young, what he's accomplished so far in a young career, and again, taking away a lot of hardware. The biggest hardware tomorrow night will be the Heisman Trophy, and if he can get it, he'll become the first Alabama quarterback to do so. Hey, also want to remind you, if you're watching this on BamaInsider on our YouTube channel, we're there every day live from noon to 2, and also on the BamaInsider Facebook channel as well. So you can watch us live each and every day, noon to 2, also throughout the network, the Jay Barker Radio Network, all throughout Alabama and on the Gulf Coast as well. And we appreciate you listening, watching and listening, and any way that you're connecting to us, like, share, and subscribe when you're there as well. And we really appreciate you being with us each and every day. All right, guys, one of the things that we have not talked about today, and you can come back with anything on the Bryce Young as far as his awards last night and just his demeanor, his character, the way that he carries himself. But I wanted to bring this up after wide receiver John Mechie was lost for the season because of the 20 ACL. Alabama will be done another starter for the college football playoff, and cornerback Josh Jobe underwent foot surgery this week and expected to miss the remainder of the season. On3 Sports reported Thursday, Rivals.com reported as well that the surgery was on Jobe's toe. So you got two starters, two players who are very impactful for the Crimson Tide, one at receiver, one at defensive back. And Lars, I'll start with you. How impactful is this for the Crimson Tide heading into the playoffs and looking for another championship?
Well, we've seen young wide receivers step up when they've needed to, right? In the Auburn game, when Williams went out with that targeting penalty. And so I think Alabama's going to be okay. Mechie's going to be a big loss. He played his best game of the season against Auburn, and it seemed like he was really sort of hitting his stride, so to speak. I think Jobe could be a bigger loss just because of his experience back there, but in the secondary. However, there is good depth at that position. Certainly not a fatal blow by any means, but it's a hit. Don't you agree, Matt?
ACL, so we all know what that means. But as Lars mentioned, and it's just so critical, and it's all a part of the legacy of Nick Saban. You got somebody else that's going to step up. And in this case, I guess, guys, in all likelihood, it'll be Kool-Aid McKinstry, and he'll step in. He was just named as a member of the SEC Freshman of the Year team. Armour Davis can step in there. I think it's a loss mainly, of course, because of his athleticism. But he's been around a little bit, and that experience, Jay, you can be the greatest in the world, but you're the greatest in the world with 2 years experience. That makes you even greater.
Yeah, no doubt. And Kool-Aid he started left corner against Georgia last week. And then, so to me, I think you're right. I think Jalen Armour Davis will probably be the next guy up. You even got Kyrie Jackson, number 6, I think. Yeah. Also, you look at just those two guys have had a lot of playing time. So that's going to help as far as the experience that they've gotten this year, especially Jalen Armour Davis. I think that might be the right fit. I hate it for Joe because, here's a guy that's really, I think, come on throughout the year. And, look, corner is a very tough spot to play, no matter if you're playing in the SEC or if you're playing in high school or if you're playing at Little League now, as much as they throw. And you're kind of on an island, especially at times, which I think they've changed it up just a bit this year with Coach Saban, the defensive approach. But you're right. They've got the talent behind it, but talent and experience, if you can have both, you'd much rather have both in order to see them. But the one guy that's Kool-Aid, even though he had a couple of penalties and a couple of close penalties against Georgia, I felt like it looked to me that he felt as comfortable as I've seen him all year long playing at the corner position and really being aggressive, making plays. And, that one play where, they went up over him and caught it, and, Pickens just made a great play on that. And that's a tough play when you're running downfield that fast and, really kind of behind the shoulder, but he goes up and gets it up high and is able to get it into his body. I still thought he was in good position at that point in time. So I think he's really growing up as a cornerback.
Yeah, I agree. Shifting gears, everyone, when you talk about the Heisman, like fans, and I even think voters to an extent, they need to see a Heisman moment. And so I want to ask you guys what you think Bryce Young's Heisman moment was. To me, it was in the SEC championship game. Alabama's down 10-7, second quarter, facing a 2nd and 10 at the Georgia 27. And Bryce takes a snap, scrambles around basically all the way back to midfield, and he gets flushed at, the pocket's collapsing, and he decides just to take off and run. And he cuts left, he darts past a defender, and then he sheds another would-be tackler. And just as everyone in the stadium is expecting him, to kind of just surrender into the arms of linebacker Nakobe Dean, he went like old school Oklahoma wishbone option and pitched the ball out with his right hand into the hands of Brian Robinson, who cuts up field. But not just that. I mean, that was an incredible play just in itself. But Young proceeds to run ahead and block. He throws a block at a third Georgia linebacker, Quay Walker, and ends up gaining 13 yards, first down at Georgia's 14. And in the grand scope of the game, that may not have been a game-changing play, but it illustrated his improvisation. It illustrated his awareness. And Jay, here's the term that we love, his spatial awareness. And it illustrated just his athleticism and also his growth. Because remember, at the beginning of the season, he was reluctant to run. He was definitely always just keeping his eyes down the field. And I think it was the prodding of Coach Saban and Bill O'Brien to get Bryce to run a little more. But that was just a spectacular athletic play. And to me, when I look back and think about Bryce's season, that to me kind of encapsulates everything, even though he didn't throw a pass, and he's winning this award because of what he's done with his arm and not his legs. But to me, that was his Heisman moment. Matt, what about you? What do you think?
Well, it's what you just described. And by the way, I don't even want to follow you after how eloquently and how many words and great words you used in describing it. Wow. That was masterful in what he did. I could envision it, just as you're supposed to do when somebody's, retelling a story or recounting a play. But that's it. He did something similar in, pardon my old man memory, but he did something similar in a game like 3 or 4 ago where he pitched it back, but none so much as the way Lars just described it. It was Jay Parker-esque. Wasn't that, Jay? Didn't you do that against Tennessee one year?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I did. Not quite as eloquently or elegantly or elegantly, either one. But yeah, I look at the, Lars, that is an unbelievable play that he made there. And that, again, as you're talking about, he's pitching the ball backwards, and then, or he could even pitch it forwards at that time. Is that cross the line of scrimmage, and then goes and makes the block. So, it's the play is not over, right? So he's kind of taking on and competing. I love that competitiveness about him. I think back on, there's so many plays throughout the year that I could say this was a Heisman moment or this one wasn't. The ones that stand out are probably against Auburn and against Georgia. And the ones against Auburn was 3rd and 7 coming out when they needed to get the first down to get out from the end zone. And then the 4th and 10, I think it was, to 3rd and 10, and then 4th and 7 to Jaleel Billingsley. That was a huge play. Matt's brought that up many times as a unbelievable play. It really is. When we talk about, this is it. The quarterback's got to make the play. Line's got to make the play. You got to make a great throw. Billingsley's got to make the catch. You get out of bounds, and then that throw to Mechie as well, which Mechie, had an unbelievable game against the Auburn Tigers, and just his ability to get that 2-point conversion there at the end to win. But gosh, so many plays, guys. I'm just really excited to see, again, the first quarterback at Alabama to get the trophy. And more importantly, to hear what he has to say, because, Bryce always has the right things to say. He's been brought up very well. You can see his parents last night as he was getting the awards, and they were having them off to the side in a picture. And he, you can tell how proud they are. They're both very humble as well. They've really raised him in such a great way. And so proud of him, and also proud for his parents, because I know how much they've put into and really sown into his life over the years to make him the young man that he is. So, and here's the beauty, as Matt's brought up many times, we get him one more year. You get Will Anderson,
that's I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but that's like what I'm most excited about. I want to see him. I want to see his growth from year one as a starter to year two. I mean, how good can this kid be? I mean, it's going to be a loss losing.
I don't think he can.
Losing Jameson Williams, losing Jameson is going to be a big hit. But there's all these young wide receivers that I'm sure are just dying to get on the field and take that spot from Jameson. But
is Jameson declared?
I'm sure he will. There's no doubt in my mind. He has not formally. He hasn't. But Jay, what is the how much does a quarterback typically grow from year one as a starter to year two?
It's a great question. We'll talk about it coming up on the other side. Stay with us, and I want to remind you about all the things that are going on this weekend. The Heisman Trophy, just so much as far as going into that, and with Bryce Young and all the different players, just everything that they've won. So many accolades, not just to him, but to other players. We'll try to run through some of those. But last night it was the Maxwell and Davey Award for Bryce, best player in the country and the best quarterback. So congratulations to Bryce. All right, more to come. Lars Anderson, Jay Barker, Matt Coulter. We're live from AVX. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.C.O.
All right, welcome back in. And as we continue this Friday edition, and ahead to coming up this weekend, we got Heisman Trophy presentation, Maxwell Award winner and Davey O'Brien Award winner for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Bryce Young is up for the Heisman, and again to become the first for the Crimson Tide at the quarterback position, and now number 4 since Nick Saban has gotten there back in 2007, when their first Heisman in 2009 with Mark Ingram. So a lot of great things happening for the Crimson Tide, a lot of awards coming in throughout the last week and a half, as Alabama's biggest award was winning that SEC title, and a guy that was a part of that first one back in 1992 with myself and our other teammates. We had a chance this past weekend to spend some time together, and whether it be on stage, whether it been at some different parties and stuff going on. But let's welcome in former defensive back, All-American, and also Thorpe winner, Antonio Langham, joining us now. Antonio, good afternoon, man. Great to have you on.
What's going on, Harry?
Nothing much, Collie.
Going all right, baby? I was just with my man, baby, this past weekend, Matt. We went in the A.
Y'all were there for 48 hours or so.
Hey, if you want us, you could find us in the A. We was on it.
Hey, were they not so confident? Were they not so confident?
Yeah.
Oh man, they was so it was amazing. The whole stadium, right outside the stadium, we had to go do the Home Depot backyard tailgate, and every tent set up on the lot was Georgia. Man, Georgia was the Bulldogs was everywhere. They were everywhere,
except around 7 o'clock.
Well, except inside the Mercedes-Benz, though. They were everywhere else besides that, though.
Yeah. I heard it was like 80-20 or 75-25 Georgia fans.
It was about the fourth quarter. About the fourth quarter, it all changed. The tide turned.
Boy, did it ever.
You know, Antonio, when you look at the yeah.
Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is, before the game, there were so many Georgia fans there, but I was telling the guys that you and I, when we were on the stage with Doring, was a great conversation. Then after we got off, the Georgia guys came on, and they were talking so much trash about Alabama and how bad that, they're not as good as everybody thinks they are, and Georgia's going to destroy them. We saw that nationally throughout the media, and then on Friday night, I remember some of the comments, and even Aaron Murray asking the question about, what do I ask Coach Saban when I interview the losing coach, like already putting that as that's what it was going to be. That was going to be the outcome. I just felt like it was a lot of hype and, gosh, just a ton of confidence on their end. They just not to say that it wasn't warranted from this year, but I'm just like, been there, done that. Act like you've been there,
But like I said, when we were on stage that day, I told them, I said, listen, as long as the University of Alabama can put on a uniform, we are never the underdogs. We just underdogs on the paper. But as long as we can dress out, we are never the underdogs. You can call us an underdog whenever you want to, but as long as we can put a uniform on and walk on the field, we are never the underdog. And I kept telling them that. I said, all right now, just because they said on paper, like Coach Saban now. Everybody ate the wrong rat poison except us. We ate that yummy rat poison.
Antonio, the most important question: what kind of swag did you pick up over in Atlanta?
Because I know you still got every piece of it.
What kind of swag did I pick up over at Atlanta? I didn't pick up any swag. I really didn't, man. I really didn't.
They weren't handing out free stuff.
No, they really weren't, man. They weren't handing out free stuff like I thought they were. But I need to talk to the university because I need to talk to the university because they need to come on with these care packages, man. They need to do something, box up a little stuff, man. Some of this old stuff and ship it out. Let us enjoy it. But no, Lars, I didn't any swag stuff this time.
Okay.
Yeah, my understanding, I'm not sure. Is there like a warehouse in Tuscaloosa where they ship all that stuff too? Like all the old stuff? And it seemed like I'm not sure where it all goes. Somebody told me that. Somebody told me that a while back. Hey, yeah, I mean, Antonio,
I don't know if I'm gonna find out.
They should at least box out to all Americans or like award winners, right? At least every year to get a whole swag box of new stuff.
I agree with that statement. I'll find out who I need to talk to right now and see what's going on.
I have no doubt you will.
Make some calls, Antonio.
I live by the hey, Lars, I live by the 50-50 rule. They can only say yes or no. They're gonna kill me.
That's a rule in another part of social life too, but I'm not getting into it.
They only say yes or no.
That's the thing, Antonio. You taught me this. If you ask enough, you're eventually going to get a yes.
Well, I'm not going to ask that many times now. I'm not going to ask that many times. I'm going to throw it out there. It's up to you.
Hey, let's talk.
Let me work on it.
Hey, Antonio, I want to get your take on Josh Jobe.
Probably not.
I want to get your take on Josh Jobe being out for this game. He's going to have surgery. So you got Josh Jobe out, you got Mechie out. But just talk about the play of Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jalen Armour-Davis, how they've stepped up this year. But just kind of who you think replaces Jobe on the outside, and just how big of a loss is that for that secondary?
Well, that's a huge loss. After I saw the release of him having the foot surgery, I get a text from Antonio London. He asked me did I have any eligibility left, and I asked him, "Have you seen me lately? Do you actually think I can run with these receivers nowadays?" So it's going for us. Losing him is tough. Now, what about a couple of weeks now before we play? Is that enough time for Jalen Armour to get healthy? We hope so. Kool-Aid had growing pains the other day against Georgia. The only thing that I'm confused about on Georgia's part, you didn't have Stetson Bennett didn't have a lot of time, but you had a young freshman corner out there. Why didn't you go at him more often? He had a few back-to-back bad plays in the game. Why you didn't test him more? And I said this in that morning in the press conference. I said this. I said there were some young five-star athletes that were going to have to grow up right in front of us against Georgia. And I think he made some strides. I think there was some time they found him and they picked on him. But all in all, this was good experience for him because now he's got a good Cincinnati team that he's gonna have to go up against, and I'm pretty sure Luke Fickle and those guys are gonna test him. Now, Jalen Armour, if he's healthy, good. If he's playing at 60-70%, what may be the case, and it's gonna be questioned because Cincinnati is going to challenge us. on them corners out there. And then I don't know if we're gonna take it and try to put safety help. Maybe we come with some stuff. There's some heat, and then we'll try to protect them with zone coverage in behind it, pretty much running fire zones where you bring in pressure, but you got zone coverage behind it. We're gonna have to do some things to try to protect those guys. We cannot go into this game wanting to play man to man all night. If you a defensive coordinator, head coach, and you trying to play man all night, you will be bald head by the time the game is over.
Exactly. Hey, do you struggle with finding new ideas for branding, marketing your business? Somebody can help you out. Your organization may be trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and use. In today's competitive environment, your brand needs to stand out to get noticed. Fully Promoted offers extensive branding, marketing solutions to get your name on your potential customers. They have local experts that help specialize putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials, and much more. They provide you samples you can actually feel and touch, and personalized service to assist with product selection, decoration methods, taking your brand to the next level. Get Fully Promoted to call today at 205-406-6430. Mention you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue live from AVX and also Bama Insider YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, and also on the Bama Insider Facebook Live every day from noon to 2, and you can hear us and you can watch us as well all throughout our radio network. Stay with us. We'll finish up hour number 1.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, this is Ryan Fowler from Tide 100.9, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The perfect place to make your escape. Golden Moon offers 600 finely appointed rooms with incredible views. Take a dip in our Vegas-style infinity pool, complete with a full-service bar and cabanas. Experience the South's premier golf destination at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, or catch the biggest sporting events at Time Out Lounge. So what are you waiting for? Come see us in Choctaw, Mississippi. Golden Moon Hotel and Casino, a Pearl River Resort property.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Year-end quota sales event is underway at Townsend Nissan now. If you like to save time and money, here's your opportunity, folks. And yes, Townsend Nissan will buy your current vehicle today. And yes, Townsend Nissan offers a lifetime powertrain warranty on new Nissans. And yes, we have some of the most fuel-sipping units on the road. Sentras and Altimas, 37 MPGs. And if you want power, check out the 400 horsepower Titan truck, along with the all-new Frontier. And yes, Townsend Nissan will buy your vehicle today. Shop Townsend Nissan Tuscaloosa. Save time and money.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
The new sports movie National Champions looks as real as it gets. Check this out. The night before the college football national championship game, the star quarterback says he won't play until all student athletes are paid, and with billions of dollars on the line. All hell breaks loose. The cast is great too. You got Stephen James, King Batch, J.K. Simmons, and Uzo Aduba. Plus the special appearances from French Montana, Russell Wilson, and Carl Anthony Towns. National Champions is in theaters everywhere this Friday.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Mostly cloudy and very mild. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms through tonight. The high today 76, tonight's low 68. Tomorrow, thunderstorms by late morning. Those storms can be strong to severe. Cooler by afternoon with temperatures falling into the 50s. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 70 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Gassing us up about whatever, whether it be individually as a team. Normally that's what he's referring to. And this past weekend it was kind of a different opportunity for us to where we were kind of getting the opposite, where a lot of people didn't believe in us. A lot of people, a lot of people were kind of putting negative things out there in the media about us. And he kind of talked to, with that press conference after game, calling it. Calling the rat poison, the young poison. He was like, it was just, it was
yummy.
It was a good opportunity for us to where normally it's about blocking. Normally it's blocking out the positivity in the media and blocking out hearing, oh, you're this good, you're that good. But this week it was, allowing us to use that as fuel and motivation. And
All right, welcome back in as we wrap up hour number one. And again, Bryce Young and others with awards last night. Also just saw where Jim Harbaugh, again, AP, he is AP Coach of the Year. Fickle came in second for the AP Coach of the Year. But some other NCAA news as well. Sources say that Venables has now got a 6-year deal with OU worth $43.5 million. So also Texas loses DBs Foster and Adamora to transfer portal. We're going to see a lot more of that. And guys, one of the things that we're not going to have time here to get into. I want to get into on the other side though, is the amount of changes we might see in recruiting calendar because of the transfer portal and how important it has been for the making of a roster and also guys being able to move on and pursue other opportunities. So we'll dive into that and much more coming up on the other side. So a lot to get into there, as we've talked about that many times. One of our great companies and sponsors that's with us each and every day, and we have loved having them over the last year, and that is DTPM. They can help you when it comes to any of your laboratory needs. DTPM trusted since 1993. They're your total solution provider that provides a comprehensive array of diagnostic lab testing equipment, supplies, and services. Visit their website at dtpm.com for more information. They're a leading provider of turnkey laboratory solutions, currently servicing customers in 47 states and growing. They remain national scope, local, and service. So whether it's physician offices, urgent cares, recovery courts, reference laboratories, they can help you become better when it comes to better outcomes for your patients and better outcomes for your practice as well. Check them out, dtpm.com. All right, I'm Jay Barker, Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, and Antonio Langham. We'll continue hour number 2 live from AVX, the Jay Barker Show. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Wes Clooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit special At the New Balance Birmingham store, conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the different custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurant. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and process are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. And I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
Birmingham's best Mexican restaurant for over 20 years and counting. That's La Paz Restaurant in Crestline Village and Mount Laurel. They've got a great staff. Its delicious menu, award-winning cheese dip, and margaritas and vibrant atmosphere have helped to make La Paz a local favorite. Blue corn nachos, Texas barbecue quesadillas, steak and blue quesadillas, Baja fish tacos, signature fajitas, and much, much more. So head over to La Paz today. If you want a great lunch or a great dinner, you'll find all that at La Paz, Crestline, and Mount Laurel for lunch or dinner.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96 Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The roots of kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, Greg. Alabama back on top. Back to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with its 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with a record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
Ironically, it was an interesting process actually. I first got offered by University of Alabama. It was right during the playoffs of my sophomore year of high school. I had taken a trip out here. It was like we had like a bye week right before playoffs started, taking a trip up here. They had offered me, and this time it was Tosh. It was Tosh, Lapoy. It was a whole different staff. And the funny thing I remember is when I first came up here, I was thinking, and again, this is me as a sophomore. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll never be there. I just didn't think. I never thought about going to the South, to the SEC, going to the South. I never thought about, to me, I was just, I'd been in California my whole life, and I had a few offers, so I was just hoping for, maybe, I'll probably stay in the Pac-12 or maybe, something like that. And then I remember that went on. I committed to USC, and then it was about, say, like the off season leading into my senior year. Sark was there. Coach Sark was who originally recruited me, and he's from SoCal, and I had known him through, just through other coaching stuff, through kind of mutual friends. I just been around him and knew who he was, of course. So then he had reached out, and I started talking to him, and then it changed as far as me just, this is a great offer. Obviously, it's Bama. I just, I'm not really locked in. I just wanted the offer. I just wanted to see the facilities to like, this is a real possibility. This is something that can, that I have to look at from a different lens. And then, as I got around here, I started to kind of learn about and see the culture. I started to see, seeing the offense, seeing how it worked, and feeling like it was a good fit for me. I ended up, that's what ended up leading me into, making that decision. I ended up committing to Alabama like the 5th game of my senior year. And then, it was the best decision I could possibly make. Every time we play a story program like that, and it's a great team, great organization. Again, it's, any success we have in the past, we know that it doesn't carry over at all to anything. We have to earn each win, especially when you're talking about a program and a team as good as Georgia's. You have to earn each one of those wins, and it comes from hard work and preparation. But it's every time, and it's really any game, especially with these games coming up. Anything that happens in the past, it's a learning opportunity, and you can benefit off. You can build off what you did well, and you can learn from what you did not as well. But you don't start with any more points on the board. You have to earn a win each and every week.
Hi, welcome back in as we begin hour number 2. And don't forget, we are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. You see Mark Grenier, all the great folks there at Top Golf. You'll absolutely love it. Friends, family, co-workers, get out to Top Golf of Birmingham. Also driven by Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford Anderson, Tony Russell, and all the great folks there at Sonny King Ford. All right, from Maxwell Award, Davey O'Brien Award, also AP Player of the Year Award, and the accolades continue to come in for Bryce Young. That was Bryce Young with Rich Eisen. And as far as talking about his recruitment and why he chose Alabama over the other schools that he'd committed to, as well as schools he was looking at, and took a little time. I think Sark had a lot to do with that, and also just getting around the program and seeing the process, and also how many players were coming out of Alabama, heading to the next level, to the NFL, and just the ability to win a championship as well. But there's the screen right there, as you see on our live BamaInsider Live YouTube channel, also our Facebook Live, BamaInsider as well. Alabama quarterback Bryce Young, the Associated Press College Football Player of the Year, giving the Crimson Tide its second consecutive winner. And we'll give credit to at Bryant-Denny Stadium for tweeting that out and letting us post that up on BamaInsider YouTube. So if you're not watching there, go and watch as well. We're there weekly, BamaInsider YouTube, as well as our Facebook page live from noon to 2 each and every weekday. And you can like, share, and subscribe. We're also throughout the Jay Barker Radio Network, which is all throughout Alabama and down on the Gulf Coast. Matt Coulter back in studio with AVX with Antonio Langham, Lars Anderson, and Lincoln. I'm in Nashville today, and we really appreciate you joining us. And whether you be tuning in via video or their audio throughout our network, we really appreciate you being with us here on this Friday edition. A lot to get into. Heisman Trophy coming up tomorrow night as well. And guys, as I brought up going into the break, I wanted to get your guys' thought on just what they're talking about as far as the change up of the calendar and what that's going to look like maybe for recruiting. And the coaches are kind of looking at this saying, look, we need more time to look through the transfer portal to really understand where players are, what we want to do with our particular rosters, where our guys want to stay or want to leave. It really has created a lot of issues. And we said this was going to be one of the biggest transfers or transitions, for college football in a long, long time, that with NIL as well. So as you look at it, they say the bottom line that it just makes that date a little bit difficult right now when you talk about the early sign date being December 15th and 16th and 17th this week is you had that period of time. So it's hard to replace a football team. We don't know who's going to come back and who is not. Has been a lot of their quotes. As of Friday, more than 280 FBS players had entered the portal since December 1st, with 4 since withdrawing their names. Barry said the number of early coaching changes this year is not a direct result of the mid-December signing period, noting that it has been in place for several years, as we've talked about. But just kind of your guys' thoughts about this. We've talked about how this is going to factor in, and Lars, I'll start with you. Kind of your take on this, and I guess some of the worries or some of the hesitation of the coaches, wondering, is this going to be the right way to continue forward, or do we need to make changes right now while we can?
Yeah, I think it's going to make it much more taxing on the coaches because you are no longer just recruiting high school kids. You're recruiting college players, right, who have entered the transfer portal. For instance, Scott Frost and a couple other new Nebraska coaches who he just hired were down in Baton Rouge just the other day trying to seduce Miles Brennan, who entered the transfer portal into coming to Lincoln and being the starting quarterback for Nebraska next year. Adrian Martinez, who owns every single record in Nebraska passing history, he entered the transfer portal, and he could be a real boost to a program. But I think it's just going to make it much more difficult for the coaches because it's going to come down, and Antonio, you can comment on this much better than me. It's going to come down to roster management and how many guys are entering the portal, and do you encourage some players to enter the portal sort of subtly by just being frank with them and saying, hey, you aren't going to get much playing time here. And, Alabama's sort of in a different world than everybody else because they can just go and pluck the very best of the very best out of the portal. Whereas other teams, the quickest way, if you are a mediocre team or a struggling team, the quickest way to turn it around is not necessarily through recruiting. I mean, it used to be like the JUCO route, right? That's what Kansas State did for years and years under Bill Snyder. But now it's the portal. If you can get experienced guys who are talented and into your program, you can turn it around relatively quick. An example doesn't leap off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is one. But Antonio, just how much more difficult do you think it is, again, when it comes to roster management and just the sheer travel for the coaches and the time and resources they're going to have to devote, not just to recruiting high school players, but kids out of the portal?
It's not that hard for colleges because they have one or two coaches that they pull off the field and they put into a role. They put into a role of just watching the transfer portal every day. Now, y'all know my stance on the transfer portal. I can't stand it. I don't like the transfer portal. But a simple fact, now the transfer portal is getting to the point where high school kids dream all their life of playing football and working hard and competing and getting offered a scholarship to go to school. Now you got 15, 16, 1,700 guys in a portal. Colleges, they don't have to go out and recruit now. Really, all they got to do is have this one or two coaches to watch the portal all the time. And now I can go find me some players I need that already have some college experience, not kids that I had to bring and develop. The portal is fair to the kids who are in college, but it's not fair to the kids who are not in college, who are in high school, who are trying to get to the next level. It's not fair to them, because now, why do I have to go out and recruit? They're going to still recruit because you still have some 5-star athletes, but what about the 4-star athlete and the 3-star and the 2-star that are good, but they're not 5-star? They can actually go play college somewhere. They're getting snubbed now. And I'm upset because I have about 3 kids that I coach that are calling me trying to go to school, and they're good athletes, but they're not getting calls. They're not getting return calls because everybody can go in this, I almost cursed, in this portal and find athletes that they don't have to develop. And it's not fair, man. When the NCAA and them thought about this transfer portal, they were thinking about the kids in college. I don't think they gave one iota about the kids that were in high school that want these opportunities.
It's a great point.
I think Lars Anderson just made a great point, and that's that what we're using with a portal now is what everybody used with the junior college. In '92, when you and Jay were playing, did you have any JUCO starters? I know you had a
John Copeland.
Conley was a transfer, right?
John Copeland was a JUCO guy.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been your portal guy today.
Yeah.
What I saw today, though, guys, if you want to do an even deeper dive, is that I can't believe we missed this earlier. Texas is now awarding any scholarship offensive lineman $50K a year. So when you go to Texas and you sign, you're also signing up to get $50,000 a year. Antonio, what could you have done in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with $50K a year?
I could have fed a lot of people. It feels.
Matt, is that just to clarify, Matt, is that a company that's doing that through NIL?
Actually, it is a charity. It says it's a charity organization. And through all the boosters, they're funneling this money to give that charitable organization and more exposure through the offensive linemen. And that is, from what I read online this morning, how they're getting the money.
So Matt, so this sort of like the situation with BYU, where it's supposed to have this charitable type foundation that pays for walk-ons to go to school at BYU.
Yeah, well, I think Lars, Nebraska used to do that.
Nebraska,
yeah. Yeah, and finally, I know we need to go to break. I can't remember if we made this point or not, but the quarterback who graduated from high school a year early, Jay, to go up to Ohio State from Texas, got $1 million to go up there, NIL. He's in the transfer portal. Never played a damn. Just like Matt Finkus, our sort of our Ohio State correspondent on this show, told us that this kid's never going to see the field. He never sees the field, but he just made $1 million. Jay.
Yeah, and I was telling somebody the other day. I mean, I won't name who that was, but I mean, they were already being recruited from Alabama to another school, and they were already met with 2 different teams leading up to, I think, the Iron Bowl, and then actually went to the Southeastern Conference Championship with the other team that was recruiting them. That was one of the requests was that they could go to the game and get a ticket, whatever. This was a person on the active roster at Alabama just a few weeks back. So that's kind of what we're seeing with this. It's going to be a really different world, and how you manage all this is going to be crazy. And the $50,000. I mean, that's it's so funny about that, Matt. Last night I was thinking, I wonder if the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, will ever come out and be able to endorse players that they want to do billboards with or other things that they might want to endorse. Can they do that as a 501c3? I guess you can, based on what we're seeing going on now at Texas. But theirs will be on a national basis, not just on a team basis. But we'll see. Things are changing. All right, we're getting ready for the Heisman coming up tomorrow night. Bryce Young to become the first Alabama quarterback, it looks like, to win the Heisman Trophy. Congratulations to him and all the other players, all the accolades from this great team of 2021, but they still got more to do if they want to win a national title. Getting through a Cincinnati team that has been really, really good this year, Luke Fickell, getting them prepared. We'll talk a little bit about that game and much more coming up on the other side. Stay with us live from AVX.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
This is the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Paid for by Westland Financial. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
The perfect place to make your escape. Golden Moon offers 600 finely appointed rooms with incredible views. Take a dip in our Vegas-style infinity pool, complete with a full-service bar and cabanas. Experience the South's premier golf destination at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club or catch the biggest sporting events at Time Out Lounge. So what are you waiting for? Come see us in Choctaw, Mississippi. Golden Moon Hotel and Casino, a Pearl River Resort property.
Why is this oven still going? Hi, this is Dinesh.
Dinesh's Bakery just landed a sweet catering contract.
40 dozen fritters, Friday at 5 a.m.?
He needs an event planner to help him rise to the occasion.
Oh, every Friday at 5 a.m. Not a problem.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-346-1122. That's 1-800-346-1122. 1-800-346-1122. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at selectquote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Weather brought to you by Tidwell Chiropractic, the only third-generation chiropractor in Tuscaloosa with over 24 years experience. Call Tidwell Chiropractic at 752-7503.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Mostly cloudy and very mild. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms through tonight. The high today 76, tonight's low 68. Tomorrow, thunderstorms by late morning. Those storms can be strong to severe. Cooler by afternoon with temperatures falling into the 50s. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 73 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Stuff, whether it's little tips on, hey, if you see safety rotation like this, this is, you got to expect this type of coverage. It could be situational stuff in game as far as, make sure you know the clock. This is a situation. Make sure that we don't want to give the ball back, or we want to make sure that we're burning as much clock, or, this is a situation where we can take a shot because we have another, whatever it may be. Again, that's someone who's a master of situations, has been in every situation, seen every coverage, seen everything. So again, for me to be able to, get some of that knowledge and be able to coach Brian on a daily basis, it's helped me grow tremendously. It was a huge learning experience for me. To see someone like Mac, and especially when you're talking about in a meeting room, in the quarterback room, to see how he processes, how he thinks about things, to see the preparation that he would put in and week out, to see him on the board, see how comfortable he was in the offense, see how comfortable he was talking about defenses and all that. For me, as someone who was new to college, I had thought that, that was a strong suit of mine in high school, trying to be prepared and being smart, but seeing that next level and that jump, and this is what, and seeing obviously the success Mac had last year and the team had last year, I saw, okay, this is what's required, this is standard, this is what I have to be at, to get to the high levels that I want to go. And to be able to see that firsthand, be able to, pick his brain, ask him questions, learn from someone like Mac, that's an invaluable experience. So I'm grateful I had that learning opportunity. As a family, we've had a lot of, God shown us a lot of favor, and I'm definitely blessed to be in the circumstance that I am, and I'm very blessed to have the parents that I do, to have a two-parent household and to have mom and a dad that supported me and been there, by my side since literally I was born, for them to be here and accompany me to a moment as big as this, and it's I'm extremely blessed.
Welcome back in. And again, Bryce with Rich Eisen, and talking about his trip to New York City, insight from Saban, and learning from behind Mac Jones as a quarterback, the experience he gained from that last year, which I think that's what's been most impressive, or as impressive as all that he's done. But last year did not get a lot of reps, and very few compared to what we've seen with quarterbacks in the past. The Crimson Tide, normally they come in, it's not just mop-up duty, they get some really good reps. We saw that with, we talked about how Tua would only play probably 3.5 quarters, and then the other quarterbacks would get their chance to get in and get some things done. That was not the case for Bryce. His first year as a freshman, a lot of that had to do with COVID, and a lot of it had to do with the 10 SEC game season that was put in place that particular year. So he is a great young man. You can tell by how he's been raised and the parents that he talked about, as well as the environment that he has been in, not just there, but the coaches and other people that have really influenced his life. Matt, you've really had a chance to, over the years, see and cover, you talked about covering Bo Jackson and others who have been up for the Heisman, or guys who've been great players in our state or our different teams. But just your thoughts on him, Bryce, just the way that he handles himself with the media. His approach to things is, very soft-spoken, but a young man that really, you can tell, put together very well, both on the field and off the field.
Plays and how he holds himself off the field is what is it now? The thing you put on your text, SMH, I shake my head and I go, I can't believe this guy's a sophomore. I mean, he articulates, he says all the right things, but more importantly, he means all the right things. And then his calm and cool, collected demeanor on the field is the same off the field. I mean, you could just put a helmet on him in the middle of the Eisen interview, and he could go out there and pick up the blitz and check off and throw to the third read. He is one of, if not, and I know I'm a homer. Okay, I went to Alabama, all that kind of stuff, but I like to think that I can remain unbiased when it comes to certain decisions. But at least as a sophomore, he's the most impressive football player I have seen in my life. And Antonio, you know how old I am. So that's a pretty high compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, you're like, what, 35?
Yeah.
You're going on 35?
Yeah, I'm good. If I can go backwards, I am. But
Lars, you what? 60 going on. you 40.
Lars.
You
He's
40
17.
going. You 40 going on.
Look at him. He
I'm
looks
just
like
messing with you,
17.
Lars.
And there's a picture on our BamaInsider site that has him, and he really looks like he's about 11.
If the people didn't know any better, they'd turn it on and be like, when did Jay get that little kid on the show?
Okay, Jay.
Hey, man, it's called bring a kid to work.
You had to bring your son to work day.
Let the record reflect. I'm older and wiser than you, Langham. Still waiting to take you on in soccer, but that's a issue for another day. Hey, Jay, I wanted to ask you, and I was hoping to get to this previous segment, but you have a pretty good source inside the Alabama program, one who wears your former number.
Bring your son to work.
Yeah. Speaking of sons, is there anything you can share with us that Braxton told you last year about this Bryce Young kid? I don't want you to reveal anything that would make anyone feel uncomfortable, but it's sort of water under the bridge at this point. But just going back to last year, what kind of things were you hearing from Braxton and others in the Alabama program about Bryce Young? Because I did not see all of this coming. Absolutely not. I did not see Heisman Trophy, AP Player of the Year, SEC Player of the Year. I absolutely did not see this coming in his first year as a starter, Jay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you only had data from high school, right? I mean, normally you've got spring practice, you've got a summer of workouts, you got fall practice, and everything just did not fall in line because of COVID. So, they canceled practice after the first meeting there in the spring. So we didn't get an opportunity to really see him running the offense and doing the things that that you would normally see that first year. And then he went through, as we said, that 10-game SEC season. And all I can say with Bryson is that he bragged on him the entire time he got there. He said he's a great dude, great guy, team player, locker room loves him. He knows where he's at right now, his position. He knows he's not going to start, but he got a ton of arm talent, got a great mind for the game. And, he just was very complimentary of Bryson and just, as a person as much as on the field, and really the support that he gave to Mac and to all the quarterbacks. And it's a really good quarterback room. They all really, kind of played their roles. They knew what they could do and what they couldn't do and how they could help the quarterback that was playing at that time. And, Bryce took on the same role. And that's tough for a guy coming out of high school and coming from California and thinking, I'm going to be the man. That particular year, I'm gonna have a chance to compete against a guy that's really been a backup until I guess the last so many games for Mac Jones that year. But Mac just pulled out in front. Mac never relinquished. Mac went to work. He went and got one-on-one work and coaching during that downtime that that he needed, and mentally as well and emotionally, and some of the things. And we talked about those battles that he went through early on in his career. He was more like John McEnroe on the tennis court than being a Joe Montana, smooth, calm, a collective guy on the football field, and he became that, and it's transferred even over into the NFL for Mac Jones. So I think that's the biggest thing is that nobody knew it because we just didn't see it as much. It wasn't the normal path for a high school kid coming out of high school to get that spring practice or the summer workouts and the things that probably would have helped him have a chance to at least compete that first year that he got there. But he's really proven himself this year, as everybody has seen. And not only the awards, the Heisman Trophy, which looks to be his tomorrow night, and he'll be the first, again, Alabama quarterback to do so. But really proud of Bryce. I'm proud of that entire quarterback room and how well they've done over the last 3 or 4 years and the amount of championships they've won and the amount of production that they've had with different coaches and different players, transfers in and out. And you talked about transfer portal, where it's really impacted Jamison, JMO. That's been a huge improvement for Alabama this year with that transfer portal availability to get him in as a wide receiver.
Yeah, and
Jay won the Jay won the Johnny Unitas Award. Bryce is likely going to win the Heisman. Antonio, you won the Jim Thorpe. You get hardware for that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to find out where you guys keep that on the other side of this break. Yeah, I want to ask Jay where Johnny Unitas is in his home, or if he's,
I rent mine out.
That surprised you.
Unbelievable, Antonio. You are unbelievable.
I let you keep it in your house for a week.
We can have a party like the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I let you keep it in your house for a week.
Yeah, it'd be a doorstop.
Party.
I deliver.
Doorstop.
I deliver it.
Yeah,
All right.
Lars, you may not be able to pick either one of those up.
Yeah, they're too big for you.
Here we go. Here we go. Former Alabama players picking on the rider. This is just like old times. Where's Richardson when we need him?
Exactly.
Actually,
All right, let's take a break.
Who, Lars?
Go ahead. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and continue live from AVX. Stay with us. Hour number 2 as we continue talking Heisman tomorrow. Can Bryce Young become, or will he become, most likely become, the first Heisman Trophy winner for Alabama quarterback and the 4th overall? We'll be back. Stay with us.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes, extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So, we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently, and our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
Rock and Roll Sushi, they're proud to be the original American-style sushi restaurant founded on great food and rock and roll music, boasting concepts and flavors big, bold, and loud. They're the only place to experience the rock you love, the rolls you love, with the ones you love. It all began back in Mobile, Alabama, and then a decade later, tucked inside the Mobile Mall, expanded to encompass more than 40 locations across the southeastern U.S. Since day one, the most rewarded part of their work has been seeing guests guests fall in love with the Amplified Dining experience and become fans who return again and again to the biggest hit in town. That's Rock and Roll Sushi. Get out today for lunch or dinner.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.O.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96 Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
Hi, welcome back in. And if you don't mind, Josh, throw back up there for me that screen you just had up with the FWAA Sports Writers Association All-Americans. You got Will Anderson Jr., Evan Neal, Jamison Williams, and Bryce Young. No surprise there from the Football Writers Association of America. Congratulations to those four guys for being All-Americans, first team with them. And again, coming from at Alabama Football. That is the Twitter handle for those of you listening in and not watching on our YouTube channel, Bama Insider. Go to Bama Insider. You can see us and watch us and listen to us each and every day. And again, like, subscribe, and share that. Also on their Facebook Live for Bama Insider, and also throughout our network on the radio all throughout the state of Alabama, down the Gulf Coast, listening to us each and every day, noon to 2 p.m. We appreciate you joining us. We got Matt Coulter, Antonio Langham back at AVX, Lars Anderson out in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm up in Nashville, Tennessee, as we continue this Friday edition, looking ahead to a big Heisman Trophy presentation coming up this weekend. Could it be number 4 for Alabama, and also the first ever Alabama quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy? But Matt, I'll let you take it from there. You were asking about some of the hardware and kind of where it resides, and not a bad idea, Antonio, renting out the trophies for fans to have for a week or so.
How much is it, Antonio? By the way, if I just wanted to get it for Saturday night while I'm watching, hopefully Bryce pick up his hardware, I could actually have the Jim Thorpe trophy in my living room.
Yeah, and I would hand deliver it with white gloves on.
Then it's a done deal. Let's mark that. Yeah. All right.
How much? Hey, what's the charge, Antonio?
I will not tell you, Lars.
Okay.
different for different people.
Between
go.
recipient and owner only. Where is it though, if you don't mind saying so?
Where is it at right
now?
Yeah. I'm letting him camp out at the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame right now.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, he's camping out there right now. But I'm
is it in your glass thing?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just letting him camp out. But I'm gonna get him and bring him home. He called me the other day. He ready to come home.
He called you. You're Jim Thorpe.
Well, yeah,
little did you know that was really Lars.
Yeah. He called me and said to come home. So.
Hey, Lars, we are absolutely thrashing you. Jay, where is you? And by the way, I looked both the trophies up. They're cool. I mean, they are cool. Where is your Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award trophy?
Yeah, it's also at the Sports Hall of Fame, and I guess it's me communicating with Antonio's. It's Will has asked to come home. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna leave it there for a while. I mean, they do such a great job of. I just, everybody thinks about putting those type of things. They're so, I'd say, big and heavy, and I mean, most people put them in their, I guess, their offices, or I might bring it to the studio. That might be a good place to have it, but we'll see. I'm afraid that it might walk out of there.
I'll never forget, guys. I'll never forget doing a story years ago on, and I've told this before, on the Detmer brothers. And I went down to Texas and spent time with Sonny Detmer, their father. And this is when Ty, who I think was your teammate at one point, Jay, Ty won the Heisman, and he left it with his dad. And his dad, they did not have an extravagant house by any means, but his dad had this lazy boy recliner, and on like his little table right where he would have his drink, he had the Heisman, and the Heisman would kind of be like his armrest. I just thought that was the coolest thing. Wow. It was just so casually just sitting there. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the Heisman trophy. And yes, I did. He offered me the chance to pick it up, and that thing is heavy. It is heavy. There's no question about it.
I thought you were gonna say he offered you something.
What
he had, he offered you
whatever
a drink
he had in his
and
lap.
let you prop your arm up on the high.
Y'all know the first Heisman Trophy recipient at the University of Alabama was Mark Ingram. Where he keeps his trophy is kind of funny. It's at his mom's house in Flint, Michigan. She keeps it on a little stand in the middle of the living room. She said, every time somebody delivers some pizza, they go, "Is that a Heisman trophy?"
Now my question is, does she get the pizza free after that?
Right. That's all. But, Antonio, I was bringing up the other day that now Bryce is going to get a chance to, I would think, be a part of the Nissan house, and he can be in those commercials because of NIL. Now they can pay him whatever they're paying these other athletes, and maybe even more, since he's the last Heisman Trophy winner, and going to be unique that he's still playing college at Alabama. So that's going to be interesting to see how much this Heisman Trophy and these other awards for all these players, what does it do for their NIL chances and the type of money that they might make coming up. I saw where who was it? Was it Kool-Aid McKinstry? I think just recently signed a deal with Bojangles. Some other guys doing some things. So you get on the field, you start playing and get some playing time, and it's pretty amazing what's going to be happening over the next probably off season. And I mean, think about the signing sessions and stuff. And a lot of that. I mean, that's got to be somewhat of a motivating factor as well for all these players, not just Alabama players, but all four teams. That if you go win a championship, just the value that brings to everybody on the team, and because people like to get balls that are signed by everybody, so you can actually sell those on your own, and without the logos and stuff. There's just a lot of stuff there that's going to be happening over the next few years.
Antonio,
man,
we're in the back of the classroom in fourth grade right now.
Man, I'm actually going to get a soccer deal after this is
with Lars?
With Lars, after they record me being a goalie and Lars can score a goal, then I am going to get a soccer deal. NIL, baby.
Anytime you name the time and place and date, Langham, and I'll even bring. I'll bring you all the gear you need to be the goalie. And I'll let you warm up, whatever you need to do. 10 for 10. Put him back of the net.
My new soccer clothing line gonna be called "Shut Out."
I love it. I love it. Hey, and you can use Fully Promoted to help mark and brand that for you as well. Call Fully Promoted today, Antonio, 205-406-6430, and mention that you heard this on the ad, Jay Barker Show, and that you were part of it as well. Get that special offer, and those of you out there listening, that's 205-406-6430, and they help you with extensive branding marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers, and more importantly, to take your brand to the next level, putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials. There, you can see it right there. In quotes, "Shut Up." And the line of clothing by Antonio Langham. Are you fully promoted? Give them a call, 205-406-6430 for Fully Promoted. All right, we'll wrap up hour number 2 coming up on the other side. Stay with us.
Shut up and take my money.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, this is Ryan Fowler from Tide 100.9, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k or IRA? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Experts agree the 401k has been a dismal failure, and even the man who invented it now says it's a monster that should be destroyed. 401ks and IRAs have major dangers, including fees that gobble up 50% of your retirement savings over time. The government controls your money and changes the rules anytime they want, and it gets worse. History confirms we're past due for a major market crash that could wipe out 50% of your savings again. Now, a free report from Bank on Yourself reveals where the inventor of the 401k puts his money. You're 100% protected from crashes. There are no fee surprises. And you control your money, not the government. Plus, your withdrawals are tax-free, which protects your savings from being devoured by taxes that can only get more monstrous. So get your report now at freereportfast.com. That's freereportfast.com. freereportfast.com.
Shop 40 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com. This week only. Plus, new deals on outerwear and sweats. Save through December 15th at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com.
Colleen, can you run back and wrap that? No, oh, you've got a customer.
The holidays came early for the Hendricks Boutique.
Yes, we'll be open even later when it gets
They'll need
closer.
a temp fulfillment manager to tie up the holiday loose ends.
I need some more help at the register. Somebody? Oh, Sharon.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Excuse me, sir. Where did you get that great-looking new Nissan?
Townsend Nissan, of course. They saved me thousands on my trade-in.
Excuse me, ma'am. Where did you buy your new Nissan?
Townsend Nissan. They are your family in the car business.
Folks, the bottom line is Townsend Nissan will work hard for you to save you time and money, along with the best buying experience. And remember, Townsend Nissan will buy your current vehicle today. Man, that is a great-looking SUV. Where did you get it?
Townsend Nissan gave me top dollar for my trade.
A 7'3" player. Oh my goodness.
The putback, no! The buzzer sounds, and Bama hangs on! Oh my goodness!
Are you ready for a clash between two of the nation's top teams? This Saturday at Coleman Coliseum, Alabama men's basketball hosts the Houston Cougars in a late-night battle. This is a game you will not want to miss. Tickets are on sale now. Reserve your seats today at RollTide.com.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Before I started using Dawn Platinum, I avoided actual dishes. I even ate my cereal in a paper cup. But with Platinum, cleanup is so darn easy. It removes up to 99% of tough grease faster. Dawn Platinum makes cleanup so darn easy.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather. Mostly cloudy and very mild. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms through tonight. The high today 76, tonight's low 68. Tomorrow, thunderstorms by late morning. Those storms can be strong to severe. Cooler by afternoon with temperatures falling into the 50s. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 73 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Alabama has again done the job. You know, folks, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Alabama is still Alabama.
You know, Morocco was wild. You know, we came in, we was the underdogs. People saying we was going to get whipped, blew out, all the other stuff. Like, we Alabama, man. Like, hey, we ain't no D3 team. We ain't no none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come to play and we practice hard just like they come to play and practice hard. And, you know, I'm not disrespecting Georgia. Georgia has a great football team, but, you know, sometimes we work hard, too, for what we want. I just don't get sometimes I feel like people think we do stuff on purpose. So it's never a day that offense or defense, we don't go out there, we don't try to execute and we don't play hard and we give it all I got. We give it all I got every play we do on both sides of the ball. So it's never a time where one person's like, I don't flag. It's never that. We try to execute, but things happen. So we're just going to keep rolling off of that.
All right, welcome back in as we wrap up hour number 2. And number one, thanks to Matt Coulter back at AVX and Antonio Langham as well, joining us today on this Friday. And Lars Anderson from Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'm up in Nashville today and look forward to the Heisman Trophy presentation tomorrow night. That was Will Anderson talking about the Crimson Tide and his year, as well as tomorrow night we'll see whether or not Alabama gets their first quarterback Heisman Trophy winner, 4th overall since Coach Saban got there, the first back in 2009 with Mark Ingram. We brought this up early in the show. I want to get Antonio's take on it because he was a teammate of ours at Alabama and had so much success at Hoover High School. But Antonio, I'm sure you've seen that Josh Nibble has resigned as the head coach, retired actually at the head coach at Hoover. He'll take that Alabama retirement, and looks like he's going to be moving to Gainesville, Georgia, to be coaching over there for a high school. So just want to get your take on his career, what he's accomplished, and what that means now for Hoover moving forward.
I'm very proud of Josh Niblett. To watch him come in my senior year as a freshman, and to come in there, man, and see a young guy and to see him end up being as successful as he has been as a head football coach. I'm very proud of Niblett. Now, why at a young age? Why all of a sudden? I mean, I understand he's at retirement age in Alabama when he got the years in the state of Alabama where he could retire. But I mean, it's just a lot left in that tank for him. Why leave Hoover now and retire and then move on to Georgia? Could be a lot of reasons. I don't know. Double pay is good.
Yeah,
double pay is good.
He didn't waste any time on that 25th year, though.
No, he didn't, man. I don't know, but I know who's kind of feeling the pressure right now is Hoover, because who do we go find? We had Probst, and now we brought Niblett in, who won 6 championships in 14 years. Now who do we go find that can come in and get this ship back right? Because Hoover has been struggling lately now to try to compete with Thompson. And they got to bring somebody in that is just as good, that they can, just as great of a coach as Niblett was, they can make their rivalry back strong now, because it seems like Thompson is starting to take over that rivalry a lot. But I'm happy for Niblett, man. I wish him all the success in the world in Gainesville, Georgia. I texted him earlier today, and he hasn't texted me back. And if he's listening, or if you're anybody that's close to him, I did tell him he was big timing us now. But Niblett, if you're listening, call me. I don't want nothing. I'm not going with you, so don't ask me to go to Georgia with you. So you're good. Just want to say hello to you.
They love you in Gainesville.
I love them back, but I'm not going.
Are we talking? Okay, I'm confused here. Are we talking Gainesville, Georgia, or Gainesville, Florida?
Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay,
Georgia.
so I
I
misspoke earlier. I have never been to Gainesville, Georgia, so maybe it is beautiful.
Georgia's up on Lake.
That's up on Lake Lanier. From?
Yeah.
That's what Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, on the lake. I bet Josh has him a nice little lake house. Heck. And I bet he's got a nice lake house.
A boat
up there.
too. Oh man.
Hey, I'm just a hick from Nebraska. I don't know get 2 Gainesilles. All right.
Give me a boat. Give me a boat, and I just put Jim Thorpe on the boat with me.
If you make it your anchor.
Hey, don't toss it around like Brady.
Me and Jimmy ride around all day.
So I'm hearing Antonio Langham, next Hoover head coach.
Let's start the rumor. I'm going to tweet it out.
Get that out.
Yes. Antonio Langham, next Hoover head coach. Hey, guys, have a great weekend. Great time this weekend watching the Heisman Trophy as well. Antonio, great to see you. Matt, thank you, my man, and holding it down there at AVX. So the last couple of days. And also for Lars out there in Nebraska, y'all have fun in Lincoln. I know you'll be back early next week and stuff, but I hope y'all have a good time out there. I know you see a lot of family and friends. Always good time to get back home. So I know you're enjoying that. Guys, have a great weekend. And for all of you out there watching us on Bama Insider and also Bama Insider YouTube and Facebook Live, continue to do that each and every day. We'll be there weekdays live from noon to 2. And again, like, subscribe, and share. Also listening to us throughout the Jay Barker Radio Network in Alabama and on the Gulf Coast. Thanks to Josh Smith, our producer as well. Everybody, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
When you go to turn on lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes, extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So, we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
At Schaefer Plastic Surgery, not only they treat you like family, you get a free opening consultation. Not normally you get that for elective surgeries. You do with Dr. Schaefer. And he also combines experience gained from nearly 2 decades in practice. 8